Hi everyone, hello to all of you, and a very good evening. And apologies for being late. Um, can you please let me know if I'm properly audible and visible? All good to go? For those who are watching me for the first time, I'm Niharika John Mehra, your faculty of English on CGB Mentors, and I have been teaching English for more than 10 years now. This is our daily analysis session going on. It's at 8 p.m. Just today I got a bit late. I'm really once again sorry for that. So Monday to Saturday we have this session. Again, we have a practice session on this channel, 1:30 p.m. We are practicing EPFO questions, English section questions. And the classes are on Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays, 3 days a week. Okay. So that's my schedule here on this channel. You do have a great thing going on for you all. That's you get free PDFs, and for that you only have to join a Telegram group. Details are in the description below. So we will quickly start with what we have today. Now this is today's editorial, and this is taken from the Hindu newspaper. You have to start with skimming. So we start with skimming, go to vocab, little bit of grammar practice, and then we solve some questions, MCQs. Skimming is the art of reading something quickly but able to understand the core idea of a passage of a content piece. So that's what you people have to develop. If you keep practicing this skill, then only you will be able to sharpen it. Only if you attend 1 week of class and think I'm good at skimming, it's not going to happen. You need to train your brain to spot the important words in a sentence and through them understand what is written. So you don't have to translate everything. You don't have to write everything in specific details. Each and every detail पढ़ने की ज़रूरत नहीं है. Lip sync करने की ज़रूरत नहीं है. Jump some words and read ahead. Give importance to subject and verb, and that's how you skim. Okay. So this is the article for which I'm going to give you 2.5 minutes to read. I will scroll for you. आप पढ़ना शुरू करो, and once you are done reading, in one line or two, give me the essence of this passage. Okay. Also, जल्दी से like और share कर दो और पढ़ना शुरू करो. So I hope you guys might have read things till now. In one line or two, in one statement or two, give me the summary, give me the essence of this passage, what you have understood. Okay. So the passage starts with frontier of progress. Now, anyone who is a frontier of any XYZ things, it is the edge. Okay, it could be a boundary, it could be a line which is demarcating something. The frontier of progress on the potential of Northeast. Author definitely will talk about what all we can have, like all benefits that we can have from Northeast. India must recognize the Northeast's diversity. So India must understand the diversity to tap its potential. This is a very good idiom, this tap potential, which you can use in your essays and all. Okay, so when we are utilizing potential to the best, it is tapping the potential. So the unity in diversity is India's strength. Might sound cliched. So this thing may sound something overused. हमने बहुत बार सुन रखा है, but it is as true as ever. दो घिसा पिटा है, ये सच है. PM Narendra Modi, while speaking at the Rising Northeast Investors Summit last week, our PM said he cited the diversity of India's northeastern region to underscore the vast diversity of the country. So he has acknowledged that the diversity of this region, he has used the diversity of the region to highlight how country is diverse. The Northeast is rich in its cultural diversity and natural resources. So these are the things where we see we get a really rich culture there, we get rich natural resources, and its location, topography, and complex histories. Histories, why histories? History usually plural nahi hota hai. It is first of all name of a subject and then it is an uncountable noun. But there are many stories of past. उसके लिए histories बोला गया है. जो लैंडस्केप होता है, द टेरेन ऑफ अ प्लेस, उसको टोपोग्राफी बोला जाता है. तो लोकेशन एंड द टेरेन, लैंडस्केप, कॉम्प्लेक्स हिस्ट्रीज मेक इट a unique place. But its numerous linguistic, tribal, and cultural affinities. Affinities means connections or inclinations. So, numerous linguistic, tribal, cultural affinities can be a source of conflict within the Indian state. इतनी डाइवर्सिटी है ना वहाँ पे with respect to language, tribal culture, etc., that it begins to look like a problem sometime. It creates a source of conflict. Or at times, these conflicts can be violent, as one in Manipur, which erupted on May 3rd, 2023. We all know about this incident, so usko cite kar raha author. And is still simmering between Kuki and Meitei communities. And it is still simmering means it is still ongoing but not in the same intensity. Okay, brewing is dhire dhire, something is simmering, brewing. These are the things where slowly things take place. They are active but not in a large manner. The Modi government and state governments in the region have sought to turn the region into an attractive destination for investors and tourists. So this is the idea of governments. They want it to be attractive destination for investors as well as tourists. The Sela Tunnel in Arunachal, Bhupen Bridge in Assam, the construction of highways, extensive new rail lines, more airports, development of waterways on Brahmaputra and Barak rivers. ये सब नाम है. You just need to give it one read to understand कि a lot of overall infra में भी development हो रहा है. The expansion of mobile telephony and northeast gas grid are examples of new dynamism of the region. So all the new infrastructure points towards that कितना काम हो रहा है यहाँ. The Modi government has built on the initiatives of its predecessor, United Progressive Alliance government. So Modi government has built on, means the work was started by the previous government and carried on by Mr. Modi's government. He has also sought to settle many a conflict in the region in the last decade. So, author is saying that our PM has done a lot to make sure that the conflict is settled. The framework agreement with NSCN in August, although nebulous now, anything which is nebulous is unclear. Nebulous is not clear. So, although this agreement is not clear as of now, the Bodo Peace Accord and the Refugee Settlement and the Other Forces Act from a larger part of the region have some of the steps signaling the center's intent. Center wants to do something, and we can see this through some of the agreements and accord and acts जो वहाँ के लिए बनाए गए. The change in perception about the Northeast and its green cover has led to a surge in tourism and attracted investments. तो ये जो एक change है perception में people like in civilians mind that how Northeast is and the green cover that has of course increased tourism, attracted investments. Headlined by Tata Group's semiconductor plant coming up in Assam, और इसमें अभी टॉप पे जो चल रहा है वो है semiconductor plant जो कि 27,000 crore worth का है. But the challenges remain. So challenges still are there. Apart from Manipur, there is a perception in Nagaland. अभी यहाँ पे there is a perception means there is already a thought pattern working in Nagaland that the center has lost interest in peace process. Nagaland maybe believes that the center is not doing enough to bring peace. Interstate border disputes. So within the borders, interstate borders, there are disputes. They continue to haunt the region. Although Assam has partially resolved its issues with Arunachal and Meghalaya. Some places issues have been solved, but disputes are still ongoing. The investments have increased the demand for power. Important thing, because investments हो रहे हैं, चीजें बन रही है, तो power का और use हो रहा है. The focus of hydroelectric projects, most in Arunachal, has triggered local protest. So since now more power demand is there, we want to focus on hydroelectric projects, and most of them are located in Arunachal Pradesh. This has triggered local protests, fearing displacement and environmental damage in a region that is prone to natural disasters. So people are now protesting that we are already prone to natural disasters. कभी भी कुछ भी flooding हो जाती है, तूफान आ जाता है, and then at this time, focusing on hydro projects may not be a good idea as per the locals. Increased rhetoric by Bharatiya Janata Party about immigrants from Bangladesh and Myanmar has heightened social tensions. ये तो हो गया infrastructure based, but social tensions भी rise हो रहे हैं because there are stories, there is a narrative by the BJP about how immigrants from Bangladesh and Myanmar are entering the country. If India has to meaningfully pursue its Act East policy, now this is a condition with which author is ending, that if India wants to do good, do better, by integrating Northeast more closely with the East Asian economies, by including and integrating Northeast states more than before, then its policy, center's policy within the borders, अंदर जो पहले हो रहा है, and towards a neighboring country should be in alignment. So see, if what author says here now, that if we want to put the Northeast as at a platform where they can connect to East Asian economies across countries, they can work and all, investment side, tourism and all. For that, पहले अंदर की चीजें solve करनी जरूरी है. So that's what author is saying here. Let's see some words. Topography is the terrain or the landscape, है ना? ये मैंने आपको already बता दिया. Most of the words हम पहले ही पढ़. Simmering is brewing, festering, धीरे धीरे सुलगता हुआ, भड़कता हुआ. So it's not inactive, it's still active but may not be visible in plain sight. धीरे धीरे काम हो रहा है. Affinities mean similarities or connections. Okay. Affinities can also be inclinations because of which similarities are there. Nebulous is an adjective which means something is not clear, it is vague, it is not transparent or it is translucent. Roll back is to reverse, withdraw करना, reversal, रद्द करना, आपने पहले बोला फिर इसको follow नहीं करा, or you maybe rolled out something like a rule or something and then took it back. Displacement is relocation. Eviction, एक जगह से हटा कर दूसरी जगह सेटल कराना. Dynamism is the vitality, energy, how much action is going on in a place or in someone. Alignment is talmel, coordination, harmony. Surge is sudden spike, sudden increment. Haunt is, of course, ये haunt वो haunted mention वाला haunt नहीं है, but if something is following someone in a way that someone is very much scared of that thing, पीछे पड़ा हुआ है कोई या कुछ किसी के, that is also the action of haunt, to torment something, someone, किसी को परेशान करना, plague करना. ठीक है. Of course, the tone here was analytical and cautiously optimistic because there is a lot of scope, but we have to work here and there to make sure the scope is properly tapping the potential. Okay? So I'll quickly start with the questions now. Give me the subject verb agreement of this sentence. Subject verb agreement of this sentence. No one? I have taught this earlier. I'll repeat for you people. That. Sentence starts with that. Okay? Now this is always considered singular. That might sound cliche. So might sound is the main verb part. Now that alone is not the subject here. It comes with more explanation, more context, है ना? More background. ये बात की that unity in diversity is strength. So unity in diversity is the का subject है which is secondary. It is not the first thing that we will see. So यहाँ पे वो subject verb agreement में था. Okay? Diversity तो है नहीं वैसे भी. Unity के लिए is लगा है and actual subject is that. The sentence starts with that and उसका जो भी आपका verb है वो यहाँ पर रहेगा. Give me the part of speech of this word. Part of speech of the encircled word. It is adjective. Okay, understand. We have multiple adjectives here. It's numerous linguistic, tribal, and cultural affinities. So many numerous linguistic wale affinities, tribal wale affinities, cultural affinities is the noun. Rest all words are adjective here. Okay. Part of speech. This is a noun. So whenever you have a word where usually it ends with ism, ism, It is an uncountable noun. आगे देखो, tell me. Subject and main verb of this sentence. So the answer here is change. Change which is singular. Change in what, about what doesn't matter. Change is singular, तो यहाँ has आएगा and lead का third form, led is the main verb here. Okay. Same for this one. Subject and verb agreement. The answer here is rhetoric. That's your singular subject, for which has is the helping verb and heightened is the main verb. So the summary goes like this. The editorial appreciates northeastern region's untapped potential in terms of geography, culture and natural resources. Of course, author is appreciating. Okay. It acknowledges infrastructure progress under current and former government. So he has given credit to the predecessor also, if you remember, and stresses the importance of political stability, environmental consciousness, and policy making. While efforts such as peace accords and connectivity projects are highlighted, we can see efforts such as peace accords and connectivity projects ये सब main रूप से बताए हैं. The article cautions that if the conflicts are unresolved and the concerns, ecological concerns are there, they could derail the vision of integrating Northeast with India's broader ambitions. जो बड़े ambitions हैं, अगर अंदर की चीज़ें solve नहीं हुई, it can harm. So, especially the Act East policy. Simple सा था. Start doing the questions now. That's your first question. What contradiction does the editorial subtly point out regarding infra development and local sentiment? So while infra is booming, ecological and displacement concerns persist. That's why locals are protesting. B is the answer. Good job. Answer is B again. According to the editorial, which of the following most accurately captures the tone towards Armed Forces Act rollback? It is largely symbolic but politically important. Okay? See, it is not unnecessary what author is saying over there. Counterproductive is also something that has harmed us. Judicial वाला बात mentioned भी नहीं था. So it's symbolic. What happened, it was to show how we are investing, but politically important भी था वहाँ पे to establish more confidence in the government. Third one. Answer to third one is C. The editorial compares BJP and UP in relation to development. The bipartisan effort, because he is crediting both of them, saying UPA ने जो किया, BJP carried it forward. So bipartisan, both of them, they have put effort in the region's progress. Okay. Fourth one. Answer to the fourth one is C. The reference of nebulous, I already taught you the meaning, in the context of agreement suggests that the outcomes are unclear. ये उसका meaning ही है word का, just expressed in a sentence. Fifth one. Answer is fifth one के लिए भी C. The editorial implies that aligning domestic and foreign policy is essential for fulfilling Act East policy vision. Error detection, first question, that is question number 6. Six. The PM's assertion that unity is strength of the nation. Assertion has been reiterated time and again. इतना एक clause हो गया. But the situation in Manipur, situation continues to simmer. Without what? Without a viable resolution in sight. So you have E answer. There is no error in the given question. Do the next one. assertions? There is just one declaration, no? Not multiple declarations. So assertion. Very simple. Infra growth has certainly spurred what? Economic optimism in the region. Yet consequences and resentment. Consequences अपने आप में plural है plus resentment. तो यहाँ has नहीं have आएगा. D is the answer. Have not been sufficiently addressed. D is your answer. Eighth one. So the government has signaled, okay, its intent to resolve long-standing issues, ठीक है? Although critics argue that mere symbolism does a little, नहीं, it does little. That means it does nothing. Little without an article means negative, okay? So it does little, nahi aayega. It does little to change ground reality. It is doing nothing to change ground realities. D is your answer. Ninth one. Investments in the Northeast. Investments are largely driven by infra projects, but little consideration is being given. Is आएगा क्योंकि consideration singular है. Very easy. Given to regions, ecological balance जो कि fragile है. So there are two adjectives. Perfectly good to go. This is a slightly different question, the last one. Think and answer. The 10th one. Also, before you leave, I want you all to like and share, okay? While the BJP has adopted a more aggressive rhetoric on migration issues, it has simultaneously pushed for cultural integration, okay, bringing things together, which often leads to tensions instead of cohesion. Now, यहाँ पे समझो इस बात को, है ना? What we are saying instead है, तो instead के साथ में off लगाना पड़ेगा. Tensions instead cohesion बोलना succinct form नहीं है. I need to clarify instead अपने साथ में off use करें. Yes. So there you go. ये आपके questions थे. Okay. So that's it. Thank you so much all of you for attending this session here. And tomorrow we have class on our other channel, which is CGB IBPS Hug. We are practicing topics over there. So tomorrow we will be doing RCs and parajumbles over there. Okay. And then we have classes there Tuesdays, Thursdays, Saturdays. Tuesday, RC and PJs. And Thursday we have error detection. And sentence correction. On Saturdays, we have everything that relates to vocabulary, such type of questions. We are doing top 100 questions of each category. So hope to see you guys there. Thank you so much. Once again, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Make sure to join our Telegram for